Critical Blast, where pop culture gets blasted.
So this week on Batwoman, the show finally introduces a heterosexual couple. And naturally, they're the villains, but, that's all the WCDW, which stands for Who Cares Didn't Watch, subplot thread involving Alice's hunt for Ocean. Yes, they named the guy Ocean, and he's the guy that Sophia has sent Alice to find and kill for reasons that we still don't understand, but will become a little bit more iffy as we watch the episode go on. Here it is. The plot twist is she's his sister. But the other plot twist is that not by blood. So they're close, but they're not that kind of close. But who is that kind of close seems to be Alice and Ocean, because it seems that they were both on that island nation of Coriana at the same time, but they can't remember each other, except when they touch, and then they get flooded with all these erotic memories. Now, they're the bad guys. But the real crime was committed by the showrunners as they try to shoehorn in as many woke tropes as they can into one episode. The new Batwoman, Ryan Wilder, she hates the crows. Well, she's not alone. I'm not fond of them either, because the whole idea of this private police force in a city working alongside the cops, but basically taking all their cases, just doesn't feel real to me and never has. But within the first 3 minutes, we get our first ACAB, ACAB, which in this case stands for All Crows Are Bastards. And that comes out of Batwoman's mouth to Jacob Kane, the leader of the Crows. We cut from there to two women eating food. Yes, Ryan and her newly reunited girlfriend, Angelique, have spent the night together, and they're very blissful and happy and in their robes and eating breakfast. It's all a very meet-cute morning, until Angelique notices Ryan's wounded shoulder that she got from that kryptonite bullet several episodes back. Now, how did they do the bunny hop all night long and Angelique not notice that till now? Or am I expecting just a little bit too much logic from this plot? Anyway, Ryan finally decides it's time to get that wounded, glowing mass in her arm treated by Mary at the clinic. But when she treats it, there's no sign of the kryptonite poisoning going on, so it looks just like a bullet wound. Mary asks if she's had any symptoms, and Ryan says, well, I'm just a little bit more tired lately than usual. So Mary tells her, well, you should get more rest. You're out too much. No! Mary gives Ryan the pills that Kate used to take whenever she was feeling that way. Yes, Mary just gave Ryan speed. Not medically sound advice. Just take 2 of these and you'll be flying in the morning. That's absolutely unforgivable, CW, and your story editors ought to be ran out on a rail. Now, over at the Crows headquarters, Sophie and Jacob are interviewing some random guy. Turns out he once knew Kate was going to take her to the prom. Well, Kate's a lesbian, but Kate agreed to go to the prom with him anyway. Because guess what? The guy didn't know he was gay, but he came out at the prom wearing Kate's prom dress. That's how they became really good friends. But the reason the Crows want to talk to him is because he's an art dealer, and they know that he's involved with some shady underground auctions. See, they're trying to find this Jack Napier painting that was the last photo on Kate's phone that they found in the plane wreck. Jack Napier, of course, is the name given to the Joker in the 1989 Batman film by Tim Burton. And in case you're thinking it's just a nice Easter egg, they literally come out and call him the Joker in this episode. The painting in question is actually some homeowner's oil painting that has his guts spilled all over it after Napier killed him. Napier called it modern art, and it was later stolen from the active crime scene, thus beginning the urban legend of the Jack Napier painting. Things move on. No one cares. Sophie thinks the Crows should get help from Batwoman. Luke and Mary think Batwoman should get help from the Crows. Batwoman and Sophie meet up. Very tense meeting, and Batwoman refuses to help. But when she and Luke share Crow horror stories, and Luke reveals that the Crows killed his father, Lucius Fox, she decides to relent and take his advice. After all, if he can work with him after that, maybe she can too. The plan is for Ryan to insert herself into this underground auction and steal the painting, because they've learned that it's somehow a map to Coriana, where they might just find Kate. Ryan tries to buy her way past the host, who, surprise, is the same guy that they just interviewed and told his coming out tale. She gives him an original Batarang as an exhibit item, which he admits will work as a nice art exhibit, but he doesn't trust her. Until Angelique shows up. Gotham is such a small world. Yes, by astronomical coincidence, Ryan's girlfriend is there. Why? Oh, wait. See, Ryan helped Angelique get straight and went to prison for holding on to Angelique's drugs because of possession, because of crows who didn't bother to ask questions and just slammed her in prison. Well, Angelique is here because she deals drugs. Yes, that's her explanation for being here at a high-end underground art auction. But then Angelique asks why a mere bartender like Ryan is at the auction. But then she decides that she really doesn't want to know. Why? Because the writers realize that would totally unravel their plot. So you just can't have that. You cannot have plot being examined while the story is serving to score all the woke points you can on your trope bingo card. Ryan examines the painting, and then she goes to the bathroom to put on the Batwoman suit, because the building is owned by Wayne Enterprises, so Luke could get in there earlier and hide it in the bathroom behind the tampon machine in the wall. But before she can get to the painting, her shoulder acts up, she pauses, and someone else starts to steal it, someone named Wolf Spider. This guy's a leaper. He's outrunning bullets, he's dodging fists and cars. He's like Batroc from Captain America. But he doesn't dodge the truck that he gets hit with, because two crows pull alongside him. The blonde white crow, probably heterosexual, steers into him because he's the driver and hits him, knocking him to the ground. Now the black passenger crow is all, "What the hell did you just do, man? You just hit a guy." But that's okay. He wasn't hit by the truck. They take the painting, and Mary lets him know when he wakes up in her clinic later that he was hit by toxic masculinity. Yeah. I think we've scored everything we can on this one. Oh, by the way, Wolf Spider, turns out that's Evan. Evan's the name of the guy who ran the auction and tried to date Kate Kane and is just uber stylish and eye-rolling. Turns out anyway that the painting they all worked so hard to steal was a forgery. Evan was trying to steal it for Kate, although we don't know why he was trying to steal it for Kate or when Kate asked him to do it, because she's been missing for a long time. But that's okay because we find the painting. Turns out there's a reason for that whole Alice Ocean subplot that we get wrapped up in the end here. And that is Batwoman episode 205, Gore on Canvas. We watched it, so you don't have to.